thing that sucks the most about being a pessimist most of the time is that it's a really bad thing when you're right. A little over a year ago, when Hamilton actually managed to get some of the events in the 2015 Pan Am Games, once my astonishment wore off, I feared that our clowns at City Hall would find some way to mess it up. And sure enough, they have, and it's wrecking us. Since Hamiltonians are sick to death of this stadium nonsense, I'll keep this brief. But seriously, how do you fuck this up? Anyone with half a brain would have planned all this stuff out ages ago when we were applying for the things in the first place. That includes that tiny little detail of building a 9,000-seat stadium. What kind of morons leave that to the last minute? Well, Mayor Bob Bertina and the returning idiots on City Council, that's who. That's why I said anyone expecting a change in the way this town is run is in for a really big letdown. Now look, a lot of people think that Hamilton having some of the Pan Am Games in the first place is a bad idea, and I don't necessarily disagree. But when a global organization is giving us a piece of an event that could be a big windfall for a city with as much financial trouble as ours, getting our shit together is not only smart, it's the decent thing to do. You don't just beg for a big opportunity to shine, and then do it completely half-assed. Unless you're from former Steel Town, that is. Besides, the cost wouldn't be anywhere near the issue that City Hall cries that it is if these guys would actually listen to some sports experts. Toronto has a soccer field about the same size as what Hamilton supposedly needs for the games, and it costs a fraction of what people want to spend on our stadium, partly because it's basically a field, a lot of seats, and some brick walls. Makes sense to me. Then again, I'm not in public office. And of course, there's the big loss for Hamilton that people do care about. Because of City Hall continuing to screw around and not pick a stadium site at all, never mind one that most people agree on, the Tiger Cats are once again threatening to leave town. And even though I've railed on them in the past, I take it back. They have every right to be pissed off now. It turns out that they are paying for some of the stadium, and in any case, since they actually did really well this year, that gives them a little more room to gripe. If our CFL team leaves, even if it's just a few clicks down the road, it will be a really big hit to what little remains of Hamilton's morale and economy. But it doesn't seem like anyone running the city gets that. I repeat, why did we vote these guys back in? Other than giving Bertina a promotion, we didn't really change anything, and this illustrates it better than anything else ever will. In the 4 months since the election, this new government has done exactly what the last one did. Nothing at all. It's one thing to lay train tracks with the engine coming up behind you, it's another thing to sit around with the engine coming right up your ass. And that's what our mayor and councilors are doing. Thanks a lot, guys. That's it for me.